Hey guys, Chatty Dad 1 with you. We're going to talk a little bit more about this issue that is getting more and more attention, and it needs to. Cattle issue hits raw nerves, frayed tempers. Well, the Bureau of Land Management under the Department of Interior has gone way too far on this. Way too far on this. These guys are militarized range police, riding around in doom buggies, harassing ranchers and farmers. They're messing with people's livelihoods here. And I believe that this could very well be the start of another civil war in this country against the federal government. The Union. It's not a good situation. Mr. Bundy has been robbed of something that was handed down from him to him from his father and his father's father. Armed federal agents and snipers. Nevada rancher is taking on the government in a battle that's reaching a breaking point. It is reaching a breaking point. Americans are sick and tired of being run over and treated like dirt, especially the middle class, those of us who worked so hard just to try to make ends meet. Last man standing. I mean, this is insane. This is insane. We all need to watch this story. And if it turns out that this man and his family are killed, it may be time to head to Nevada to join up with the resistance. I'm going to show you how this kind of a thing can work. Happen very easily. Nevada rancher threatens range war against feds. I'll put all these links down below for you. But it's really gaining some traction now. Range war with BLM, Bureau of Land Management. Hundreds rally for Nevada cattle rancher. In support of this man. There's no reason why this man can't have his cattle on that area. And I want to tell you why and how, and show you how the First Amendment has been attacked and is being destroyed. This is a bill text. of H.R. 347 ERN. It's cited as the Federal Restricted Building and Ground Improvement Act of 2011. Restricted buildings or grounds. And this is how they're doing this whole free speech zone. Whoever knowingly enters or remains in any restricted building or grounds without lawful authority to do so is violating the law. Whoever knowingly and with intent to impede or disrupt the orderly conduct of government business or official functions engages in disorderly or disruptive conduct in or within such proximity to any restricted building or grounds when or so that such conduct in fact impedes or disrupts the orderly conduct of government business or official functions. This is the law that they're using for this Constitution-free zone, where you have to go stand far away to where you can't see anything and you can't interfere with what's going on. If you are not in this area when they are doing their thing, you will be arrested and taken into custody under the NDAA Act and treated as possibly a terrorist. This is eminent domain. Eminent domain is something that they came up with where the power to take private property or public use by a state for public use by a state, municipality, or private person or corporation authorized to exercise functions of public character, following the payment of just compensation to that owner of that property. This is eminent domain. They've taken a lot of people's land using this law. It's a terrible, horrible law. Should be done away with. Our First Amendment also is supposed to guard us against the freedom of religion. Pastor arrested for holding home Bible study. And then this video is private and it won't be shown. Yep. Another one. First Amendment being stepped on. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Now this is a good article. It goes through a lot of stuff and it states things that they've had to change to deal with stuff that's come up in the modern days, which is very understandable. I'll leave this link below. But that's the First Amendment. They've infringed upon the freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and fake news. Freedom of press is part of that, too. How about that? Fake news. The term fake news has become synonymous with government and corporate-sponsored pre-packaged news provided as video news releases, VNRs, and audio news releases to news outlets. This is prepackaged news that the government gives to these news agencies to tell the world. Under Bush, a new age of prepackaged TV news. And we heard him get on to one of the reporters as well, and pretty much told him that they could take their press privileges away from them if they wanted to. Now I'm going to show you how this eminent domain thing can work. This is a fictional situation. Government's taken this guy's land here, eminent domain. I put non-tax payment, but he's refused to go. He says he doesn't want to leave. He's had this land from generation to generation since the early 1800s. And he lives here. This is the first free speech zone they set up. A lot of area between here. And this is out in the middle of nowhere. This could be the first free speech zone. Here's the second. The third, way over here. And the fourth up on this main highway. Because there's a main highway here and down here. But they're going to control what is seen going on here. Say this whole block of land here is where they're using eminent domain to take his home and land. Federal government using eminent domain, taking man's land and home. U.S. citizens tells press he will fight for his land. So the press comes out here. They try to go up in here and film what's going on, but they're told that they have to stay back here to film it. And there's also many, many hundreds of his friends and neighbors that are protesting against this. They all have to stand here. in this designated zone. This is chosen by the government. They can't get any good shots with their cameras here. They can't see what's going on. They can hear some stuff, but they can't see what's going on, because they've put them here. Later on, things start to get a little bit more hairy. The man's threatening to, defend himself to the death. So then the First Amendment free speech zone is moved way over here. Way over here. About 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile away. Somebody hears shots ring out. This is Zone 2. Station 2. Somebody hears shots ring out from this direction, but they can't see nothing. They don't know what's going on, because this is where the shots are coming from, when in reality they are coming from the Bureau of Land Management enforcement officers. They're shooting the man's dogs. From that point, they go ahead and set up the First Amendment Zone number 3. About 3 miles away, off the main highway. You turn on to get down to the man's property. And they set up roadblocks. The people are standing here protesting. Everybody has to come here now, because it's been designated a free speech zone. So it starts here. This is the first one. This is the second one. Shots fired. The third one way over there. This is the fourth. And this is a major highway right here. Roadblocks are set up here. They basically got the area sectioned off and blocked up with roadblocks here and here and back here. But now the free speech zone is all the way over here. There's no way they know what's going on here, so they have to take and accept the story that is given to them. They hear more and more gunfire. Sounds like quite a bit, actually. And then everything's quiet. As you can see, there's no government buildings. There's no major cities. There's no nothing but a guy's land that they want eminent domain to run a pipeline through, or whatever, put up a windmill. After the shots are fired, everything quiets down. The people that are protesting are told wild stories that, may or may not be true. They don't know what's happened to their friend, but he's now deceased. His friends have been told that he tried to murder several of the BLM officers, and they had to kill him in self-defense. And they had to kill his dogs, too. I know this is a fictitious story, but this is how it's going down right now. Right now, this is how it's happening to this man. It's a sad shame. Now we have all these shootings all of a sudden. These are a purposeful, well-timed attack so that people will shout to get guns under control so that they can move in and take our Second Amendments away. The Second Amendment protects the First. But so far, the First is almost gone. I showed you some examples of how it's been severely manipulated, attacked, dismantled, and no longer looks the same as it used to. It's almost gone. I hope everyone's well. Let's all keep our eyes open and listen closely to what's going on, and try to support this man and pray for him if you can, because it could be one of us one day. Stuff is happening very fast, and it will continue to do so. The New World Order is making its moves. This is Chatty Dad 1. Never give up your guns. It's the only thing we have left standing between us and total takeover and tyranny. Chatty Dad 1, over and out.